welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and this is Richard. So I'm sitting out here at a camp that I made. I think I might spend a couple nights out here just goofing off, filming some stuff, just enjoying the outdoors as best as I can right now. I'm going to take you around. I've got set here a bunch of cook stoves and cooking apparatus for when we get back out on the road. Just a few of them. Originally it started as I was just going to show you the 3 or 4 ovens that I use because they seem to be really popular, but it kind of expanded a little bit. This is generally, this is all the stuff that we either had with us or will have with us when we get back on the road. I have figured out how to, I think I figured out a pretty decent way of taking that box stove. So let's just get right into it. So here is the general idea of the stoves and cooking equipment that we aren't using inside. We like you guys know, right now we're living in a garage, a man cave, so to speak. But here's some that I had for when we get back out. So this one here was initially intended on, it's going to just be to make char. I've been using the lid inside that oven for some charcoal, but I think I'm gonna just do char out of that. So this one here sets up, and here you can see that. There we go. It's one of those portable cooking stoves, and then I use this Dollar Tree stuff to prop it up. And then I have the little skillet there. This one I use, I like using this a lot just to boil a little bit of water. And I've done videos on most all these individually, so right now I'm just kind of skimming through them. This one here is one that I made myself. I did a burn test on this where I put it into a campfire, buried it, and burnt it in the campfire for, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, and it still came out just fine. Right here is a popcorn tin, and this one is not the first one that I've used. This one hasn't been used yet, but it will. And I'll show you this. This is going to be an oven, and back there, of course, you see the cardboard box oven, and I've added some wire hanger extensions there so that I can set stuff up a little bit better. But there's the box that I've been using. Right there is the round aluminum foil cardboard oven that I've used. That's the one that I made the cookies in. And this one here is something new that I haven't finished yet. It's just a couple, I think those are like turkey pans, aluminum foil turkey pans from the Dollar Tree, and a couple of those grilling sheets with the holes in them. So we're going to turn that into an oven as well. But that's what we're going to discuss real quick here. Alright, so the first one we're going to discuss is this Danish style butter cookies. It's 12 ounces, and I'm pretty sure I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's just and I love making char with this. Now I was considering using this the same way I'm going to use the popcorn tin as an oven, and I can stick some vegetables or meat or something like that wrapped in aluminum foil, kind of like a hobo dinner, something like that. Stick anything I want in here and then seal it up and then set it next to the fire so that it bakes like an oven. You know, I might do that with this, or I might just turn it into a char to make char with. I haven't decided yet, but we'll find out. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out, as this would be a nice little small oven, especially if you're by yourself. Now another thing, I don't know if I can, I may. All right, another thing I might do with this is I've got some wire hangers in there. Now I didn't bring them out with me, but another thing I'm considering doing, and I might actually do this, is put wire hanger around this little lip. If you can see that little lip right there, put a wire hanger around this lip and extend it out and make a handle, and I've got a frying pan. You know, as a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this into a frying pan. Yep. So this is going to be a frying pan with a lid. That's going to be a project we're going to work on later. Alright, next. That's just one of my mini skillets, cast iron skillets that I have. This came from Walmart during one of those seasonal things. I think it was Christmas. You know, you get your cookie or your brownie mix or whatever. That's what there it came from. And here we go. Now, I like to carry some of these fire strikers off of matches. I carry these with me. I like to have a few of those laying around. Now, this is simply just a foldable stove, and I have a little lens on there so I can help start fire. And then I purchased this at the Dollar Tree. I use bread ties for everything, but I bread tied a lighter to it. These also have some shrimp forks attached to it, and this here little, I don't know, some kind of container. But and this one hasn't been used because you can still see it's still white. But I turn it up like this. I use these little fork sticks to stick into the ground, and I make a platform. And then I can, if I want, I can use this kind of fuel that sits underneath it like this, and then I can use this as a base to put a pot, which can sit up here like so, and this would sit under here like this. So anyway, I thought I would add that. I've done a video on this, I know I have. So we'll set that there. Next, this was one of my favorite finds. I got this. Yeah. I got this at the Dollar Tree. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. I found this at a junk shop. This was at Goodwill. Found this thing at Goodwill. I'm thinking it's supposed to hold a candle, but I did a video about this. I don't know what it's supposed to hold. Anyway, I found out quickly that these little Dollar Tree or whatever fuel cans you get fit in there perfectly, so maybe that's what they originally were for. I don't know. But I used that, and then I took a hanger, little pieces of wire, and I made little hooks that sit here like so, and then I can cook on it, see? And I've done videos on this. I've used this a lot. I make cocoa with this a lot. Next is this little stove here. It comes apart, and I just use a binder clip to clip it all together, and it's nice and flat. But I just cut this out. Actually, what did I use? I used one of the, I used something like this. It was a cookie sheet. It was from the Dollar Tree. It was a Dollar Tree cookie sheet. And I've got a video up somewhere on this as well. I need to start linking all those videos. But I made this out of an old cookie sheet. Dollar Tree cookie sheet. Again, this sits here. I could put my fire, my wood and everything down in here. There's plenty of ventilation. I can put wood in there. And then my skillet pan or whatever sits on top, and then I cook. Alright, next we're just going to talk about these little popcorn tins. That's all it is, just a little metal, aluminum metal bucket. And this, apparently I got this at the Goodwill for $1.99. And I'm betting that I probably purchased this on the first Saturday of the month, which is half price at our Goodwill store. So I'm betting I only got this for $1. Anyway, I'm going to make a shelf Again, I use, well, hold on. Oh, reach, there we go. Use something like this or what, a shelving thing I can stick in here. Make a little shelf or whatever in there. And seal it up. And then I can set this next to a campfire, inside the campfire, but not actually on the fire, but around the coals. And this makes a fantastic oven. Also, I use this as a storage device to hold a bunch of kitchenry items. That's from my wife. I hold a bunch of kitchenry items in here while we're traveling around. So when I need it as an oven, I can use it as an oven, and when I need it as a storage device, I use it as a storage device. Alright, next, alright, let's get my oven out here. So here's a pair of pliers, needle nose pliers that I use to grab the stuff. As a matter of fact, I just found these on the second fishing day that my brother and I went on. I found these, and that's what I'm using now to mess around with the fire here. So anyway, you've seen my cardboard oven. I love this thing. This thing is fantastic. I plan on making some more. I got these at the Dollar Tree. These work fantastic in there. This was part of a charcoal, well, it's actually paraffin, but something to put into a campfire or a grill to cook stuff with. It was paraffin, so it didn't go down. It always stayed flaming, so I took the paraffin out, and now I'm using this as a base for my charcoal, and it just sits on the bottom here. Now, my food product sits in these, and then I can sit them up here on my nice little hanger wires, and this makes a fantastic oven, people. I'm telling you, if you have not seen my oven videos that I use with this, you need to go check those out. I've got at least 2 of them up right now. And then this just folds down. I made a little lip here that folds underneath so that it actually holds it down. If I want it held down, the weight of it will hold its own self down. This is nothing more than a cardboard box just wrapped with aluminum foil. It's a fantastic oven. Alright. Next, we're going to talk about this oven here. Again, I've done videos using this, and I've done videos on how to make this. So I'm not going to unwrap it. I'm just going to let you know this is my round oven, and all it is just a long sheet of cardboard that I've wrapped in aluminum foil. I use these Dollar Tree skewers as a grate. You basically set it up, it's round, it sits down. This is the lid, sits on top. This is I sit in there with the grate so that I can hold things up if I don't want to use an actual grate. But this thing here is also a fantastic aluminum oven. I personally like the box one better, but it takes up more space. This one here takes up a lot less space, and it still works fantastic. And lastly, I am going to discuss this new one that I'm working on. I was going to get a little crazy with it, but then I decided, nah, it's going to be simple and easy. So all this is a couple of these turkey basting aluminum pans from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use one of these as a grate, so basically it's just going to sit in between them. I'll cut it down, of course, and then I'll clip it together. Now, this can work 2 ways. I can either put the coals in the bottom, I can have this sitting here where my food sits, and then this goes on top, or I can just clip this together and set it into a fire like I do the round popcorn tin. So I have not done anything with that yet, but I will be doing it soon. It will very simply come apart. If I need it to come apart, these will nest into each other. This here, when it's cut down, will just fit right along here. I'm using 4 of these binder clips just to hold it all together, like so. And simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So let's see, this stove I want to show you is just a folding stove that I purchased at a store. Got it at Dick's Sporting Goods. I've not used this yet, but it's a really nice stove, and it's a lot like the one that I built. It's a lot like this one, but it's much more sturdy and professional. It does use the camp heat, the stove, the little cans of stuff. So I wanted to show that just because when I purchased this, the sign said that they were like $250, and when it rang up, they rang up for like, I don't know, 10 or 12 bucks. And I had 2 of them, and there were still a couple more left. Didn't want to take them all. But anyway, it was a little bit of a hassle. I told them not to worry about it, that I wasn't going to purchase them, because the only reason I was going to buy them was because they were on sale. But they wanted me to hang out there. To be totally honest, I think, and this is just the way I think, because I used to be loss prevention, I think that they thought I was lying to them, and they were trying to get somebody to go and check and see if I was lying to them, or if I'd maybe switched prices or some kind of weird shit on them. So anyway, they really were marked that way, and it took them a while to figure it out. I told them exactly where it was sitting, and they went and looked and saw it, and so they ended up giving me those 2 for the cheaper price. So that's the only reason I mentioned that, is because it was a hassle for me to get them. Now, this one here is probably one of the more older versions of a stove that I've used and made. Now, this is made out of a coffee can, a coffee metal can, and there's 3 cans involved. You got this outside can, you got this soup can here, and then there's another can inside here. And I'm not 100% sure how well the camera is getting this, but anyway, this little lid right here slips out, and then I can sit it right here, and this is where you feed the wood, and also this goes in the direction that the wind is blowing, so the wind blows into this, and you can just put your wood down inside here. And I have the lid, I put a bunch of holes in the lid, and it sits on top, and there's my stove. Now, I have not done, I don't believe that I did a video on this, but I do know that I've done a video on using this. Now, I did encase this with some heat sealant and stuff like that. I don't think I needed to, but I did put some around it, and it is starting to chip a little bit. But anyway, I love this. I love this stove. I've had to spray paint it. Actually, I used this a half a dozen times before I finally decided to spray paint it. I just recently spray painted this. It was still nice on the outside. I mean, it was nice and charred and stuff up on the inside. I just was a little afraid that it might start rusting. It hadn't rusted, but I just wanted to spray paint it just to make sure it didn't. I don't know how long the spray paint will last, because it's not designed for heat per se, but it's designed for rust protection, and that's really all I care about. Because I don't know when I'm going to get another one of these to build another one of these stoves. But anyway, there's that stove, and then you saw the rest of the stoves. So I would like to thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. I do encourage everybody to dig around my channel and see what you can find. There's probably a lot of good gems in there that you may be interested in watching. Just take a little bit of time and look for them. I have some little bit of comedy sketches up. I have a few comedy sketches. Somebody has recently found my my werewolf video and was talking about that. So if you get a chance to dig that one out, I can't remember what I named it. I try to link some of these. I did Hubby Takes a Nap. Hubby Takes a Nap is a humorous one I did several years ago. And I'm Not Lost. I'm Not Lost I did for a entry into a giveaway for a compass. I believe it was a compass and some other map type gear. So if you're interested in that one, and I did do a video, a comedy video my wife and I did for a channel who was and I don't remember, for the life of me, I don't remember what the name of the video that I called it was. But do you remember the name of the video that we did with the hair growing thing? No, she doesn't remember either. So, you know, I guess anyway, it's a comedy video as well. And actually I won that contest and won a $50 gift card for that video. So I'll try to find a couple of these videos and link them below. And maybe try to promote my channel a little better. I'm getting decent subscribers. I would always love to get more. I think the views are probably way down compared to my subscribers, so I need to figure out how to improve that. And maybe if I start linking some of these videos that I mentioned, maybe that will help. So I'll try to find some of those comedy videos. I'll link them below. And if I'll look around and try to find some of the videos on me making and using some of these stoves and ovens, and I'll try to link those as well. So hopefully you got some decent stuff to just click and watch in the description below. Again, thank you for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.